Our guest today is Neelam Pratap Rudy, who is the chairperson of the Sports Committee of the PhD Chamber of Commerce and Industry. She's also a representative of the Indian Golf Union, and chipping away at golf headlines, she has made her mark in the sport and is taking care of the future of golf in India. It is indeed my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to Aaj Savere. Thank you for coming, ma'am.
Thank you, Nidhi ji, for inviting me to this special show. I feel very proud to represent golf here in your studio.
Thank you so much once again for coming. And if, Neelam ji, we can start with the history of golf. India's tryst with golf started way back in 1829 when the first golf course, that is the Calcutta Golf Club, was established. So I would like to now ask you to tell us about women's golf in India and when it took off.
Incidentally, women golf also took off from Calcutta. 1906 was the first amateur tournament which was conducted in the Kolkata golf course, and from then onwards, though it went on very slowly, but now it is really picked up a lot of speed. And once you go to the ranges here and the famous golf courses here, you see lots of women trainers and lots of girls and boys, youngsters, teeing away and practicing hard, and all that has become possible because we have got lots of icons which they want to emulate and want to be success stories like them.
Now coming to the Rio Olympics, there are three of our golfers who've been shortlisted. One is Aditi Ashok, then we have Anirban Lahiri and
SSP Chaurasia.
SSP Chaurasia. So my question to you is, India has arrived in some ways more than many in the sport, but still, I mean, talking to you very frankly, ma'am, we are a cricket-obsessed nation. As such, we cannot think beyond cricket. So now this interest that is coming in golf earlier is actually something which the corporates need to take credit for financing the game the way it has gone. Would you throw some light on this subject?
In India, if you see the golf courses, the majority of the golf courses are owned by the army, in fact. And army has a great culture, to some extent even Air Force and Navy, though they have limited golf courses. But army is really having the largest chunk because they always had lots of land. And as India is a very populated country, here there is not even land enough for agriculture. So expecting lots of golf courses just like US or Malaysia or China, that's not really fair. But yes, we have grown from when the apex body, Indian Golf Union, was formed. From having 6 golf courses, now it has 194 golf courses in it. So we really have taken big strides, and corporates, yes, corporates have added the glamour quotient to this game. And because this golf is a game which you can pick up at any stage in your life, whether you are young, middle-aged, or even very old enough. Like I know golfers who are playing at 85 plus.
I know.
So this is a sport. You can be called a sportsman even at the age of 85.
And enjoy it always. Yes, the green fields and all, they add so much to your life. I mean, even if you're not playing well on a particular day, you still love the feel of it, I guess.
Oh, it's like because it's a 5 hours minimum ritual, you know, when you play a golf round, there are 18 holes. Yes, first you make the game, and then you basically friends are there. Sometimes you venture out and you play with some other people also. But I've seen no friendship ever has, had any taste is the golf friendship, because I've seen many people like in Delhi Golf Friends, they play together and enjoy together.
Dine together,
yes.
and they become the best of
Yeah,
friends.
the best of friends.
My question to you now is that were you compelled to pick up a club because of your, background in the armed forces? Was it something like that?
That's true that my father was in the army, but unfortunately my father never played this game. I picked up this game much later also in my life.
In 2004?
2004, when I gave up my job in Indian Airlines. My husband had just taken over as a Minister of Civil Aviation. So I took a break from the job, and my sister used to play golf, who's younger to me. And she told me that, there's one game which takes lots of hours and there's a lot of fun also. So why don't you pick up golf?
Yes.
So I know, eventually I'm so grateful to her that she's the one who introduced me to this game. And today I am quite well-known golfer, thanks to that I took up her advice and started playing golf.
Ma'am, you've won so many championships. You've been to Kuala Lumpur and you won there, and you've played for so many tournaments. So what is it? Is it winning all the time very important, or is it just playing? How would you put it?
Anytime you are conducting this show, don't you want it to be the best show?
Exactly.
And next time the best, even the better one, And we keep learning from our past things, and, we want to improve and all. So I can tell you that anybody who comes on the field wants to win. And we all want to win anywhere that we go. So winning is a very important part. So if you are not wanting to be a winner, then your competitiveness will not come in you. So if your competitiveness is not there, then what's the use of doing things in life, So we all want to be winners, and I also want to be a winner. So I strive harder to play better than the opponent.
Absolutely. Coming to your foundations, which are funding a lot of children, I've seen this 10-year-old wonder, Shubham Jaglan from Haryana. I was very impressed looking at that boy. I mean, he's doing India proud, ma'am. So what all have you done for him as a child? And many more like him, like Rashid Khan and others.
Golf Foundation is about 14 to 15-year-old NGO which supports underprivileged children who are talented. Like Ashok Kumar, who also was the Indian champion for a long time. Rashid Khan, now Shubham, and there are many more who are upcoming players. But yes, Shubham has really made big headlines. At the age of 10, he has more than 100 championships under his belt. And
he speaks so well, my God. I was really impressed with him. He's wonderful.
That's very nice, because these children are have-nots, they have to begin. So they are
a farmer's child or something.
No,
like
he's
that.
a milkman's
child, yes.
Milkman's son. And he started playing golf at the age of 5 in the agricultural fields.
Lovely.
And from these 5 years, he has reached another place altogether. In fact, he's the only one junior champion who's won 2 world titles in 2 weeks.
Yes, yes.
So he's
amazing,
a prodigy.
Absolutely.
We are looking up, and Golf Foundation was helping him. In fact, on Satyamev Jayate, the program which Amir Khan had it, he was also invited on that through the Golf Foundation. So he's a great icon. I'm sure more and more children and more. That's why I always feel that if you see, sports is a very, the top sports are basically based in the cities. We need to go into the rural sports and get children, because there's so much talent. We are a country of 1.25 billion.
Yes.
So if we are just having
we need
a
to go
handful.
And spot the talent. And I was coming to that, ma'am. So you're taking care of the rural sports flagship program that has been initiated by our Prime Minister, Shri Narendra Modi. So how do you feel you can, help out the rural sports, and how can you bring up and give it a facelift so as to spot the talent?
If you see, the basic field and amenities, and even people haven't even had a look at these sporting equipments that are there. You know, they don't know, probably they don't even know how to run. Even that is not organized in the village level. The schools are so far off, they have to walk in, probably that's their exercise, that they walk to the school 2 kilometers, 5 kilometers, you know. So what, through PhD Chambers, I have initiated a program for rural sports, where we are working with the Adarsh Gram Yojana, which is the flagship program of Modi ji.
About 800 villages, yes.
All the MPs,
yes.
who have adopted a village to become a model village.
Yes, yes.
So I expect that a model village will have a school. So in conjunction with the school, we want to give the equipment to the equipment is not only for the boys, but for the girls.
It can be anything, whether it's badminton rackets or cricket bats or...
Cricket, badminton, football and basketball. These are the games which we think we can give through our chambers help to these people, so that they can start a certain, at least they will be introduced. And we have also made membership of all the sporting people in various fields in India with us. So whenever we will be doing our programs at certain states, so we would choose these brand ambassadors of their states to come and talk at least what is the importance of sports. And it should be that we should be the leaders, next leaders in sports.
We're taking a short commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk to Neelam Pratap Rudy about the future of golf in India. Welcome back after the break. We are talking to Neelam Pratap Rudy. Ma'am, if we talk of, you spoke of Shubham playing in agricultural field, so this question did come to my mind. We have a lovely field at CD Fort. Why cannot we make more such fields where, you know, like in the US you go, you pay and you move out and you take a few shots and use your club and swing, and that's it. We're not having that kind of facility even in Delhi. I mean, other than CD Fort, you have places like Delhi Golf Course, which is far too expensive.
You're very right that golf as a game is an expensive game. The equipment is expensive. The fees that you pay at the golf course is very expensive. It's very hard to, that's why we need more and more these foundations have helped, who are very talented people, because we want to see them go up. But for generally somebody to start golf, and you need a lot of money in hand. And the worst case is
it's a rich man's game.
It's to some extent, yes, it is a rich man's game. And because we have very less golf courses, so the courses are also over flooded with people who are playing over there. So
what was your proudest win, ma'am, if you can share that with us?
Every tournament is a proud win. I cannot say which I did not feel very good, but yes, I felt very good when I went to Malaysia, and there were 40 countries, women from 40 countries had come over there, and when I could make my mark over there, that was my proud moment. We were 3 women who were selected from Delhi to go and represent India.
What is being done to promote amateur golfers in India by the government, since you're a part of this chamber? So if you can, you know,
we have tournaments for them, north, south, east, west, 4 zones are there. I'm the north representative of the Indian Golf Union, which is the apex body, because it all depends on how many girls actually come up and are it's a game where parents have to get involved a lot, because, you know, for 5 hours you cannot give your child to a caddy and let it be. So I see all the time, you know, when the parents make up their mind that their child has to become a golfer, that is the time we'll have more good, ardent and, you know, competitive golfers coming up, because it requires so much time.
And nobody has that kind of time,
so
really.
If the parent really thinks that they want their child
if there
to
is
play,
a golfer and the child, the parent must come up.
A small child cannot become a golfer unless until he has a huge support from the family.
But ma'am, coming back to the government once again, I need to ask you, why cannot we have better prize money for these tournaments? Why cannot we have more sponsorship? what exactly is happening at this level, from where you're there and looking after everything? What do you need the government to support you in?
Government, through Incredible India, has supported golf in many these things. But recently they have made a golf empowerment committee also, where the promotion committee, where there is a dedicated where people dedicated body which will see to it that how we can promote golf for tourism. Because now there's a very distinct anomaly here that golf comes under the tourism ministry, because it is considered as a tourist attraction to come to a place. In fact, that's what they are going to build up.
It should come under the
But
sports ministry also.
No, but sports ministry is only when they are amateurs.
Yes.
Once they've turned professional, then the government doesn't take part in that. So professionally, the PGTI, this is separately owned by some individual who carries on this. WGAI also is a non-government body. Just like BCCI is non-government body. So these are the leagues which promote their games. So government is only taking care till you are amateur and you are in the process of becoming. Yes, I feel that. But what can a government do? Government also doesn't have that many golf courses where people can be.
ज़मीन ही नहीं है हमारे
तो
पास.
फिर आप कैसे? How do you think? I think government is going. Whichever. Every sport has a momentum, and every sport, just like Saina Nehwal and Sania Mirza, since they became icons, and you see mushrooming more academies for badminton and for this. So similarly, when a golf game also will go to that level, it on its own there are many.
I feel DLF and all should get their membership down, the rates, and I also feel that the army golf courses should be made open to the public if they're good, players around.
But,
in their small places, because that's how the sport will get.
They have the maximum golf
Yes.
courses, but they cannot do that. The army land and army land use is actually not really shown as a golf course. It is more as a training institute and
Cleverly,
I don't
yes.
know, but they call it there in physically they have their within that golf course they'll have badminton
But that's
court
quite
or a
a
basketball.
humbug. We need to
So
look at this.
to throwing open to them, maybe it is also a high risk. You may compromise on the security and how the army is very private in that, But yes, it is very true that army has the maximum number of golf courses. And
we need to ask them for help, yes.
But yes, but nowadays golf, if you see, is become an high-end property also, People are making there are about 50 golf courses coming up, where these golf courses are made around property, which you can buy and play there.
Yes.
So these things are coming up. So golf is becoming popular. Entire golf cities are coming up, where they are going to be playing golf over there, and as well as live there, because it's so green and nice and enchanting to live there.
Absolutely. Coming to your personal life, ma'am, tell us a little about your personal life, as in your husband and your children, if you could just share that
I'm
with
a
us.
mother of two daughters. In fact, because this one thing that I've given to my children is sports. So my elder daughter Avshreya, she's working just now with. She just finished her law. She plays polo. In fact, she's
India
one
number
of the
one.
Almost number one player in India in women category.
That's wonderful.
Yeah, and she's very crazy. She started playing polo. Not polo, riding at the age of 4. And I remember I sat sitting with her, taking her, bringing her back, So parents need to be really involved in it. So I used to go with her. So she's never got over her riding, and from doing dressage and other things, horse jumps and shows, now she's moved on to polo. So last 2 years she's been playing on the circuit. She's won matches also. In fact, in Jaipur we had gone. She was the only one who scored a goal where there were 3 players who had come from abroad, Argentina or some places they were from. And in Delhi also recently there was a tournament in which she only scored only goal and won the tournament. It was all a match, all women match. So she's really dedicating a lot of time, and I'm happy that she has some sport which she can look up to.
And your younger one
And
is
my
a very
younger one
well-known
is
Kuchipudi dancer.
She's actually very acclaimed Kuchipudi dancer. Her gurus are Raja Reddy, Radha Reddy, who have been training her from the age of 3.
Oh my God.
Now she's 16 and she's in the 11th class. And besides that, she has a great compassion for football. She has represented India in the international junior team. And she loves sports. She's very good. She's also a good polo player also. She can ride well, and she's a very great swimmer too. But I never encouraged her towards swimming, because where does the studies go if you are all the time playing games, you know?
Tell us about Rajiv ji a little bit. How has he been a pillar of support to you? And
well, we all are here because of him. You know, he's been a great father, great husband, always been around. Because he is around, we feel so secure. We are able to do what we want to do. I have all the freedom to do things what I like.
Because he's always supported you.
Because he has supported us in anything that we do. And we also support him, whatever we can do for him. So that is how a family should be. The family values have to be really up high. And that so far has been going on very well.
And on this very, very wonderful note, we'd like to end our conversation for today and wrap up this edition of Aaj Savere. Thank you so much for coming, and I wish you all the best in all your endeavors, ma'am. And may golf rise to greater heights in this country, and may we come back from Rio with a medal.
Yes, even I am wishing all the 3 players a great round of golf in Rio. And thank you, Nidhi ji, for calling me for this show. Thank you so much.